Good morning, everyone. It is August 2nd, Monday morning, so I got to take the fiance to work today. Won't be able to do the pre-market stream live, but I'll go live tomorrow. I'll make it up to y'all, but I did want to get you a quick pre-market video here. So take a look at the futures. S&P 500 up about 0.5%, and get the daily squeeze here. So big question is, does this daily squeeze immediately fire long? Does it end up rolling over, crapping, and firing short, or do we chop here for a bit? But the market is looking pretty steady this morning. Daily squeeze here for your Qs. Your Qs are up about, again, call it 0.5%. Not quite as much, but same question. Does a daily squeeze bring us into new highs immediately? Do we roll over and die? Or a little bit of a chop fest? So, until something drastically changes here, my mindset is path of least resistance is to the upside. So as far as a few different setups for you to keep an eye on here, the semiconductors. Talked about this in last night's video. Huge fan here. SMH, beautiful daily squeeze. Histograms going positive. You also have a beautiful weekly squeeze here as well. So as far as what I like in the chip makers, I think Broadcom looks really good. Daily squeeze hasn't fired yet. You're still at the buy zone, so I think you could look for an entry here. I think AMAT, same scoop. Daily squeeze hasn't fired yet. You're at the buy zone. Histogram goes positive, so I like AMAT, I like Broadcom. And then for NVIDIA here, everything is bullish. Stacked DMAs, green 10x bars, and while we don't quite have a daily squeeze, you got a 4-hour squeeze here as well. So, one of two things I think happens from here. Either this 4-hour squeeze fires short, and here comes NVIDIA to test those recent lows, or as the semis make a move to the upside, and before earnings, 4-hour squeeze here fires long and could kickstart the move back towards the highs. So I think you keep an eye on the 4-hour squeeze there. And then for Tesla, decent looking daily squeeze. I'm a much bigger fan of the weekly here, but a little bit like NVIDIA from the sense that you're just kind of hanging out in your buy zone right near that 21 EMA, and then boom, here's a 4-hour squeeze. So I would wait for a dip on Tesla. I've already got a position here. I wouldn't add another one until we got a dip. So I think between the two of those, Tesla and NVIDIA, as far as a new entry, much bigger fan here of the 4-hour squeeze on NVIDIA. Hasn't quite woken up yet. So I like both of those as far as 4-hour. And then just a couple of daily squeezes here that came out from this morning's scan results. Apple, really bullish, right? So you get the 21 EMA as support. You're going to be 3 days into a squeeze here today. You got stacked EMAs to 10x bars of green. Apple's looking pretty good here. Goldman keeps coming up on the scan results as well. So you got a daily squeeze here for GS. Histogram goes positive. Check out the weekly chart. Beautiful weekly squeeze here as well. Now, I like Goldman as far as the structure goes, but when I look at XLF, the financials, it's just a little bit sloppy. The histogram is positive. You are above your 21, but you don't have stacked DMAs, and you got a lot of neutral action here on the 10x bars. So usually, I want to trade something like a Goldman when XLF looks just as good. Think of Broadcom. Don't get me wrong, I love the setup here on Broadcom, but I'm really interested and I really like it because the semis are looking ready to pop it off here. So I don't think you quite have that there in the financials just yet. And then a few more here for y'all. DDS, Dillard's is a retailer. Good looking daily squeeze. Got earnings coming up here in a couple of weeks. And a whole bunch of bullish momentum there. And then last but not least, BMY. Decent looking daily squeeze. Holds at 21 pretty well as support. And earnings is done and over with. So remember, a lot of these daily squeezes in the individual stocks, they're going to be at the mercy of the overall market. So this really is your most important chart right here. If this daily squeeze just immediately fires long and we get another 5-10 days of momentum, then you're looking for Tesla and NVIDIA and Goldman and Broadcom, etc., to make the same move. If we end up chopping around here for a week or so, vice versa. Your Goldman, your NVIDIA, your Tesla, probably going to chop as well. So it is a bullish market. The path of least resistance has been to the upside, and until mama market here really craps out and loses structure, I'm going to assume that's going to be the same path of least resistance to the upside. So I love the semis here. Let's see if Tesla is ready to get legit and wake up this week, and I wish y'all the best of luck. And like I mentioned, I will be live tomorrow morning for some prep to make it up for y'all. All right? Talk to you soon. Trade good.